What is up, guys? It's me, boy KWS, and we are back again with another video. And as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about that long-awaited Tekken 8, and essentially what I feel like Tekken 8 will need to include off rip to succeed. Now, I know you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, well, but I feel like no matter what happens with Tekken 8, I think it'll be fine. The game will sell well. Tekken 7 did very well. And I would agree with you for the most part. However, I feel like something I have personally seen from this game, from playing it so much, streaming this much, being so involved in the community, I feel like there's only so much goodwill that the Tekken team has built up with this game. And I feel like the long stretches of bad periods of this game have shown that Tekken 8 kind of has a lot of work to do if it wants to keep up the legacy that Tekken 7 did a good job of at the start, and it's slowly started to deteriorate over time. And there should be little chapters at the bottom to help you guide between which part we should be talking about. I say that now because very often I say there's going to be chapters and I forget to do chapters, so if not, sorry. And before we get into that, I just want to do a little personal update myself. We're actually very close to 25,000 subscribers, so if you guys hit that subscribe button and like this video, I'd really appreciate that. And with that in mind, I have decided I will be changing my upload schedule. I'm sure those of you guys who've been paying close attention will know that the daily uploads, while in theory was a good idea, has not panned out fantastically. There have been times where I just haven't been able to keep up and end up uploading like twice or 3 times on the same day to make up for it. And in general, it has just been very taxing and hard to keep up, to be honest. So moving forward, my plan for uploading will be every other day. That's going to be what I'm going to be experimenting with. So most likely Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. But the general rule of thumb is if I did not upload a video today, you should expect one the next day. And then, with that less pressure of getting a video every single day, you should probably see improved quality in the videos. And it's just less stress all around. And I can also devote more time to my Twitch stream as well, which you guys should be following by now if you're not, because very soon my life will be completely consumed by Elden Ring. And then with that, let's get into the 5 or so things that Tekken 8 will need to do to really be successful. Number 4 is gonna shock you. And first off, we're starting off with the big boy. It is that fucking netcode. This has been such a hot button issue in the FGC for so long now. Rollback netcode is the way to go. Guilty Gear Strive sort of paved the way forward, and other games are seeing how well this can be done. KOF came out recently with rollback netcode, and I've heard people raving about that one so much. I feel like in 2022, in this day and age, there is no excuse now for not having good netcode. Now, Tekken 7 is a 3D fighter. These other games are mainly 2D fighters. And I remember Harada tweeting once talking about this, that there are certain issues with implementing rollback when it comes to a 3D fighter, because that extra plane of movement, the extra depth, the more detail does cause issues. However, Harada has said himself that there is rollback in Tekken 7. I've actually seen it myself. You'll see certain times that when I'm streaming, I say, oh, the rollback, or oh, look, the rollback, because you'll see like their health bar shake, but they haven't taken damage. That's because of rollback netcode. So there is rollback in the game. And I believe that there's no excuse for the netcode to be bad in the next Tekken game. I think there isn't an excuse. At the start of season 4, that was some good shit. That was straight crack cocaine. It was the most fun I've had playing Tekken Online ranked, period. I had so much fun with that. Everyone I knew had so much fun with that. Playing people from America was feasible. I can still do it now and it's okay, but it was different. It was better. Playing people in my own region was way better. And just that simple, that was for everyone. That was the biggest change for season 4. People didn't really care about characters and balancing and whatever. It was the netcode, how good it had gotten, how enjoyable the game became online. And honestly, in this COVID period that we're in a mainly online period. Things are so turning offline, but there's so many online events. It has to be there. It has to be there. And then speaking of online, the next thing is we need to improve the lobby system when it comes to that. I know my first 2 features have been online things, but it's very important. I feel like as someone who has commentated countless online tournaments, the lobby system is just a slog to get through. To hit the simple rematch button, it takes like around a minute if you're in a lobby or something, it takes around a minute to get into the next one. And then if there's more than 2 people in the lobby, God help you with the amount of time it takes you to get into the next game. Like, first off, the auto skip feature they included, it should work in a way that if there's 3 people in the lobby but 1 person is auto skip, just a spectator, normally a tournament host or whatever, you should have that option to just rematch and go straight back into it. Like if there's just 2 people in the lobby, instead of going back to the lobby, it's their turn, skip, go. But like the lobby system, it is a pain. It's something I don't talk about very often. Not many people do, but when you do bring up the lobby system, people rarely have positive things to say about it. Like, it seems like such a minor thing, but it will be a huge quality of life difference. And I mean, something as simple, I don't know why it takes so long to rematch in a lobby if it's just 2 people reloading the same assets, same stage. Like, that's, I don't know, I have no idea about that. And I guess my next point is a bit more of an ambiguous one, but I believe Tekken 8 needs more modes or features. I don't know how I want to word this, but you'll understand what I mean. In Tekken 7, there's very little things to do when you think about it. Go ahead and go on Twitch right now and search for a Tekken stream, any Tekken stream. In fact, search for K-Wiss's Tekken stream. And one thing you'll probably see throughout most of the streams that you see, especially the top ones, is they're all probably playing ranked right now. Probably every single one of those streams, they are just playing ranked because there is nothing else to do. They are probably just playing ranked, grinding, and if they are already Tekken Omega, they are probably just playing a side character or doing whatever. There needs to be something else in this game. Whether it be something like a Tekken 4 system, people love the idea of team battle. You know, there have been ideas floated about for a long time, or stuff from previous games they could simply just take away and bring back, like the Devil Within mode from Tekken 5. Like something as simple as that really does a lot for the game. Especially, I'm going to mention it again, the game is in a very online state right now. There isn't much to do offline. You know, just giving people other things to do, especially for casuals as well, something, because like Tekken's a fairly popular title when you think about it. I've mentioned this before. I've been traveling so much as I go through like security and airports. So when I mentioned, they like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I do esports, I play Tekken. They're like, Tekken, that's still a thing, right? Like, it's a relatively popular thing. And for those people who all those years ago probably like Tekken 3 or 2, give them like some kind of casual feature like a Tekken Force or whatever to get into the game. And yes, I know Tekken Bowl exists, but come on now. There just needs to be more to do in this game, I personally believe. The online ranked experience isn't fantastic, and the tournament mode isn't great, so I just feel like they need to just do a few more things. I mean, I thought something like the prowess system would have been a really good for something that the players who like already reached the top rank have nothing to really grind for. You know, it's a way of distinguishing, like, you know, there could be, you know, a bunch of Tekken Omegas, but this guy is the highest prowess, and you know that signifies something. But at the end of the day, no one really knows how the prowess system works. We all assume you rank up other characters. That's how it works. I mean, people who have the highest prowess now, for example, Knee, Daddy King, and all these other top players, the one thing they all really have in common is in like the previous seasons of Tekken, they had a bunch of Tekken God Primes. And that's the only thing we can really see as to why they have high prowess, and just also a lot of ranked wins and whatever. So yeah, the prowess system was kind of a flop in my opinion. So maybe bring that back in the next game and just tweak it, make it better, make it more meaningful. Just give it something to at least make the ranked grind mean something more than just the pretty rank. And then this is a big issue for me personally, it needs to be improved in the next game, is just PC optimization. I know right now that there are a bunch of people right now that when I talk about the PC version of Tekken 7, all they think of is just frame drops, and that's it. Regardless of what system you're running, I know people in 2080 Ti's on 30 series cards that just they get frame drops, and it's just it doesn't make any sense. The game is like 6 years old or something at this point from the PC release. I can run games from this year on my PC without any issues, and I don't understand why Tekken 7 is dropping frames all game. That's the one that's giving me issues and giving a lot of other people issues. That's the main issue when it comes to PC anyway. Are those frame drops? Obviously the crashes as well. You can't alt tab out the game without the game crashing. You have to bring up the Steam menu first just to be safe, and just things like that just doesn't make sense for a game this like it's confusing. I'll put it this way, it doesn't make sense. I think for the next game, this definitely needs to be fixed. I remember I had so many people, I was having frame drops in a video and it was really bad, and there were like people in the comments like, oh, because you have a mod in the stage, just delete the mod in the stage. You can't complain about frame drops when using unoptimized mods. What's wrong with you? And then I removed the mod for that stage and many other stages, and on that exact same stage I'm still getting the same exact frame drops, the exact same issue. It wasn't the mod. So you know, I had a good laugh about that, because people always say, oh, delete your mods, and then I do, because I know mods don't cause frame drops for the most part. Some of them are really bad, and it's just an issue on the game's end, and I just don't understand it at this point. I feel like something needs to be done, if not this game, because I feel like they don't even address these issues. I haven't seen them ever mention anything about like a frame drop issue or an optimization issue like on Twitter or in any of the patch notes anywhere. So I really don't know. And then people will say, well, why don't you just go and play the console version of Tekken? And that's a whole nother kettle of fish. I'll get into it. The console version of Tekken online is terrible. The netcode is, I don't know how it's worse, but it is. It's just not good. That needs to be fixed. That there shouldn't be such a steep difference between playing the game on console and then playing the game on PC, because console PS4 literally feels like I'm playing underwater, and I don't understand that. It is a worse experience by a noticeable margin. And then if we want to talk about playing the game on PS5, Red Bull Kumite was played entirely on PS5, and the input lag was noticeably bad, especially compared to what we're used to. PS4 offline input lag is pretty fine. I have no issues with it whatsoever. PS5 noticed it immediately, and I was like, holy shit, I have to play a tournament on this. And yeah, it's just that input lag on the most recent consoles needs to be, I feel like I've heard also it's mainly a PS5 issue. Apparently Xbox Series X has better input lag, but who the fuck has an Xbox? And I guess while we're on the issue of PC issues for the most part, well, this isn't even mainly a PC issue actually. Some people think it is. It's not. It's cheaters. Now, the moment I say cheaters, there's a very prominent cheater's name who pops into your head right now. I know exactly who you're thinking about, but we're not going to say his name. We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to give him the attention that he clearly doesn't deserve. But there needs to be something done about cheaters, and it needs to be the point where you cannot stream this game blatantly cheating and nothing is done. To me, that's the bare minimum. That is the bare, because I've run into many people who there have been close cases that it looks like they're cheating, but I can't say for sure. There are people who it's very obvious they are throw breaking. If they throw break within a millisecond and stuff like that all the time, every single throw, then I know, okay, you're cheating, right? Because it's physically impossible to do it like that. But sometimes with low blocks, it's a bit iffy, right? But there are some, like I said, we know, cheats blatantly while streaming and nothing is done about it. And the fact that like Karada and Mari have tweeted about this issue and said, we're going to do something. And then they were like, here we go, we've got rid of all the cheaters. And then they all just came back and maybe things got worse. I don't know. It's ridiculous. And for you guys who are like, well, why don't you just play on console? Once again, you will be surprised how easy it is to cheat on console. You will actually be surprised how many of those Michelin players run into with Amazing Electrics are just using macros, because it's not that hard. And I've seen it. Yeah. I don't know where the console elites are like, well, why don't PC players just play on console? There's no cheaters here. You're in for a very rude awakening, my friend. So yeah, in my opinion, those are the five. I guess those were 5 things. I didn't do that on purpose, but here we go. The 5 things that Tekken 8 will, in my opinion, will need to be truly successful. I think the game will do fine regardless, but its longevity will definitely be put into question. I thought now is a good time to talk about this, with the Street Fighter 6 reveal. Everyone's talking about reused toes right now, and also the Tekken 8 leak, which I will be talking about very soon, so make sure you guys subscribe for that video. While we're going over how viable this new leak is. Yeah, those are the things. I don't think they're truly controversial things as well. I think they're very simple things, but I think it's important just to at least state this in case, for some reason Dynamco just glosses over everything. That, oh wait, no one mentioned anything, but I just feel like it's important to say as much as I can. If you guys have any ideas for what you believe Tekken 8 needs, make sure you let me know in the comment section. I'll be checking the comments for this video as I do every video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.